budget of 2021. With that, we would like to urge both ministries. It's important to use this budget wisely in a way that we build our economy and at the same time benefit everyone in this country. We would like to stress also that the government cannot do everything by itself. Therefore, public-private sector is important in the next year. We would like to see more engagement with the private sector. We would like also to take this time to thank our donor partners and NGOs for the continuous support and commitment. We would like to encourage good working relationship, continue the future to address different challenges we face. Secondly, we would like to remind us the current government's vision, stand and priorities, which was announced by His Excellency Bob Norman Webb during his independence speech. The welfare of the people of this nation is paramount. Therefore, the government will try its best, its very best, to make sure that the welfare increases. I am sure that we have heard and have seen some of the actions taken by the government already to address these issues and its challenges. I am confident that today's meeting will inform us about some of the updates from some of the areas mentioned in the Prime Minister's speech. With that, we'll briefly go through the agendas for today. In the first three sessions, as normal practice, the NDC Secretariat will be presenting implementations of the NDC decisions update on the aid for trade projects and the update on the trade policy framework implementation. Following that, the next session is allocated to the LDC's graduation update. In this session, we will hear from the LDC Graduation Committee Secretariat the update on the various events and programs relating to the upcoming graduations to the event on December 3rd and 4th, 2020. I understand that this will be a public holiday, so everyone is pleased to attend this historical event. The fifth session is allocated for the deliberations on the Trade Governance Bill. This is extremely important. The point of the Trade Governance Bill is to legally establish the NDC, and I would like to encourage everyone to provide their views before it will be finalized for state law office to make the final draft. After lunch, we'll be having a presentation from the Secretariat of the Trade Facilitations Steering Committee regarding the works they are carrying out regarding the different areas of the trade facilitation in Vanuatu. While on this, we are also glad that we hear from our Australian partner the update on the cover piloting to Australia. The two final sessions are located at the Ministry of Agriculture and the Ministry of Trade to present what they have been doing, especially highlighting some key achievements of this year. At the same time, those activities of next year. The work plan for next year will give this meeting a clear picture of how we will work next year. Since we have today, I will not take any more of your time. I wish to conclude by encouraging all to participate in the discussions about the meeting. As I stressed in my speech, some important issues will be discussed today, and your inputs are therefore equally important. Discussions and decisions today pave a way forward for the future development of Vanuatu, guided by your valuable recommendations and insight. NDC members and observers, with these remarks, I have the honor now to declare the third NDC meeting for 2020 officially open, and wish you well in your deliberations. Thank you very much for your attention.
Minister's brief statement. The government of the day has been enough for us. Months we've seen wonders in issues. Yeah, so that we believe each other, which rationalities.
Good morning, everyone. Astrid Boulekon, Chamber of Commerce and Industry.
Morning, everyone. Betty Ross, Law External Trade.
Good morning, everyone. Hannah, External Trade.
Good morning, Laos. Tero Tawi from Department of External Trade.
Morning, Laos. Nemblomi Wensi, Tespak, Kendi Interim Secretary Blo NCC, LTC graduation. Thank you.
Thank you, me Lazarus Singh, Law Department of Industry.
Amos Roni, Law Department of Tourism.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Louis James, DTT and DTC Secretary. Thank you.
Morning, everyone. Jimmy, Law Department of Industry.
Morning, everyone. Bento for EDF 11.
Morning, Howard, FIPA.
Morning, everyone. Willie Luen, TFG.
Morning, Laos. Liku Chimi, Senior Program Manager, Law New Zealand High Commission.
Morning, everyone. Name blow me Adam Crichton, me work Law New Zealand High Commission.
Good morning, Law House. Name blow me Adela Aru, me come Law Vanuatu Tourism Office.
Morning, Jerry Spooner, Department of Tourism.
Morning, Chair, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Joe, Law Department of External Trade.
Morning, Law Yumi, everyone. Simeonati, Law Reserve Bank.
Good morning, employee Philip, me Law Reserve Bank.
Morning, everyone. Challenge Law Department of Labour.
Good morning, Chair and everyone. Henry, Law MSG.
Good morning, Chair and everyone. Simeone, MSG.
Morning, everyone. Rocha, Law Telecom Regulator.
Thank you for the introduction. You may say, start where and represent me importantly, Miss Javier. Me, when I start out just blow comment law or statement blow honorable minister. I think two things. One, let me change we Mr. Local country economy. I think I become full of island blame me. COVID-19 affected the entire Pacific and the world. For not one small island, we couldn't blow and move on without any disturbance. People live normally, think about every day. You may not go through one crisis here. We show faith in the country. but do something. It's an annual budget where you got 152 billion budget law. Service government next year. That's a lot of money. Remember the early days, but you even got some million, you got some billion. They've stopped some this country has grown, steadfast, this country has moved on. That's why in the eyes of the global community, Fernando has never been an LDC. In 2012, we invited about 400 Africans into this country for the joint ACBU conference. One thing that they made the first day they arrived was that you guys are not an LDC. You guys are far better than other countries in Africa. That was 8 years ago. And yesterday at the Talk Back show, there was reference to many things that happened in the past. But Honorable Minister, your words inspires our meeting this morning and the whole day. The budget you provide to our ministry and to the agriculture and others is a shining example of how we're going to manage this economy next year. We've started on exports. Export is important because it's going to increase our earnings, reduce our trade deficit, provide employment, and change the figures of this country. Our next export will be 2 containers leaving Vila on the 5th and Sand on the 7th to Auckland. I just spoke to the guy in Auckland who was at the meeting. They're excited, and they've noticed that we are planning to export at least 2 to 3 containers every month beginning January 2021. So we are serious about this thing. Nothing will stop us. We'll fight with customs if we have to, with the stevedores if we have to, with the shippers if we have to. Nothing will stop us. We've started on destination, economic destination, we'll see fundamental changes to the country. Well, Minister, things are changing around the world. As I mentioned, we've seen the appointment of a new Director General in WTO in Geneva. First time, a lady from Nigeria, West Africa, formerly Minister of Finance of Nigeria, and formerly one of the senior presidents of the World Bank. I also see him at the Reserve Bank. He's well familiar with this lady. She's now at the World Trade Organization in Geneva. A major role, Minister, is to put the negotiations back on track. After the meeting in Buenos Aires 2-3 years ago, there's been no movement. Minister, you mentioned about WTO because whatever you guys do, even in the bank, must have an inclination of World Trade Organization. It's a powerful trade body that exists in Geneva. We've been members since 2012. We negotiated 17 years, long years, first LDC, and we learned a lot from that, but at the end of the day, we are seeing the benefits of this. We see our officials, Joe, Director of Trade and his team, attend meetings every year in Geneva. Fernando has a special place in the WTO, Minister. I'm looking forward when things settle, take you to Geneva to introduce you to this lady. We need to be able to see how we can be able to continue to benefit from the LDC support to EIF, through EIF to the Aid for Trade people. That's why we have these meetings here. Chair, I think it's going to be an interesting session today. I would like to, through you, to request our committee to look at the agenda, to adopt the agenda, so that we can begin to start on the agenda as it is. So guys, committee, floor is open with the agenda in front of you. Governor, Reserve Bank. Thank you.
Maybe one of them proposals, maybe lo agenda, at the matter sabi, bisa lo that one brief lo discussions within private sector, lo limited company. One money support.
Thank you, Governor. Yeah, very. Lucia, can we first one of the other business? Any other business? We will brief him. We will present the show yesterday, Governor, for which the fact that still stopped.
kapari bin katu bin private. Good law NDDC aware some members only know private law information.
Thank you, Governor. By I think by Astrid, you provided one update or one summary. But the information, Honorable Minister, yesterday, they showed me when I submitting outcome to follow. In fact, there are 3 different meetings. Come and start available. In Kolo, they shown by you will go to them, I think next week, for council. So it's on record. Thank you, Governor. Got any other additional common law agenda before you move to closure when we begin pieces of the day? We got one presentation too long morning for Australian delegation only informing me law. Australian cover piloting project. We would like to hear from you guys. And we also want them obviously welcome to all colleagues from MSG, VCCI, and all from I mention them welcome. They did see one open-ended meeting, so you feel free to make contributions. It started off with nothing. The NDDC run entire make the country. So but it's today very important. We take note of your presence. And I look forward to your contribution too. By me go through law, through the minister, honorable minister, through you, by me propose him to law secretariat, he me go through the agenda staff. And then he say begin Luis. Implementation of past decisions, Luis. Microphone. The minister is leaving.
Kami control of SP problem yung past decisions pressed by Secretary to the President of SP ba? Kaya ating previous flow may flow for minimum all members past decisions where Secretary to the Northern Town some new or last season when it in place last MTC every time Secretary then take note of decisions at the follow up programs. Okay, last MTC that's a few presenters for the person. Most local.
Excuse me, you must have improved from how to go microphone here, please.
Okay, thank you. Lola sa NDTC kat few presenters will be present. Pamino ko trulo kata ting samlo kata listil staff lo decision NDTC 848 TPFU TCA with LTC. So pa you may skip on. Okay, lo last NTTC ROCM make one presentation. ROCM make one presentation and all updates kami stapantap. Final BTNA kami been launched lo 23 October. The PAC has worked with check test to further prioritize recovery project from the BTNA for implementation. Priority list of projects will be approved by NRC by this month. Mal for them rate of development visa budget which are informed by the ROC. Prioritizing all recovery activities as outlined in the BDNA. By one round table by early December, present all priority all projects further outline all recovery implementation modalities. MALF with them trade, stabilization with them test pack, ROC progress, law activities, law project plans and NBBs. Lo last meeting do external trade kami been present one make one presentation. All updates kami follow. Department of External Trade kami make some consultation. Otem atem fisheries now kami part lo trade negotiation working group. Otem trips consultation Department of External Trade kami confirm siya consultation kami now completed. Currently got one joint compe pa mi prepare by external trade. Co-sponsored by Minister of Health and Fanatu Intellectual Property Rights. Consultation lo Parliamentary Standing Committee, the Department of External Trade Director has presented to the Standing Committee the Parliamentary and Taxation Law September 2020. Got Combepa ratifying Lopecia Plus Trade Agreement. Combepa may completed and may signed by Minister of Trade and is pending Finance and Foreign Affairs. The Department of External Trade has submitted the final list of products, including the draft proposed rules of origin schedule to New Caledonia for further discussion. With the OGCIO, we make one presentation and only make a plan the review law, some law legislation block and them down and we stop and then pamiluk pamino control sem stop. I think by play team no more sem stop. By me call next slide. Continue law GCIO, you got one steering committee we progress well. The work like visibility, the domestic submarine cable of Vanuatu. Option of second international cable is not ruled out at this point, but advancement in satellite technology, it is a potential for providing redundancy while we continue to create more demand for capacity local and international cable. Still continue low CIO, we got 3 workshops when we completed, finished. Next one, identifying building blocks, reusing of building blocks without duplication for Smart Island Initiative. Lastly, got one trust strategy when we review phase. The implementation metrics will be developed to outline activities based on the 6 priorities. The team will collaborate with all members to ensure we align our core business around cybersecurity investing cyber. I think Pamiri team recommendation of staff, it is recommended that the NDDC know when it comes to the implementation of past National Trade Development Committee decisions. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman. thank you lo presentation lo secretariat. Overall approach lo yumi lo exports. Naya way stabe yumi stop exportem taro, yumi start taro cassava just because we have a private sector who's pushing. Tayo mi walk behind them lo drive mi go. Me concern lo ting say you stop cut one list no of products, but there is no push to get some products, the quick wins out of Vanuatu, equal outside the market. Some case local Caldoni, for example, me vle stop lo life last year, me vle ko kasem ponang isu tichi hemi tok lo community lo way planem kasaba planem hemia. Over a year later, we've still not exported one product into New Caledonian market. And question lo mino mo, say me want them mating ikam one issue no lo NTDC. Can we set some timelines and deadlines? Suppose no kat, Yumi or civil servant, normal program lo yun, but you may stop. Unless we proactively push some of these products to enter the market. List, I mean, no problem blow list. I mean, problem blow actually practically doing something. And Mimi talk about them trade because Mimi come out lot trade. Start them career blow me lot trade. Even though I'm not a trade person, I'm an investment person. Lo former tenure blame was some director. Did you waste up today? Me vle ko kasem kalton ni only negotiate, me establish it. That was over 10 years ago. Over 10 years later, we've still not exported one product into Kaltoni. So some problem is up where? Will we just come to NTDC and talk? Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Sir Minister. I want to ask one question. No moment, Sir Tulio. I suppose you might got a little bit low. So they should be me outcome here. Miklata director of the staff Joe them team plan. When the first time we discuss about something, issue flow, picture plus, Joe, you still let us upload the show. Even the show because the paper was supposed to go. You may agree lo last the show lo lagon. We met with the Australians through bilateral in September. The GPM promised all Australians we're going to have this ratified. We went to Malekula, paper was withdrawn. This very day, we got one development location plus. For now, we've been registered interest plan that we were supposed to host office of the implementation of the Patient Plus unit in both Vila. Because of the delay last month, you may lose Samoa. You will look at ratified Patient Plus 3 weeks ago. So Patient Plus is now being implemented. And Fernando has not been able to ratify it. So we wanted to inform you where did we go wrong and what is the delay? What can NDDC do through our minister? If he needs to consult with colleagues, let's talk about it. But to fear away, to shy away from a trade agreement or a bilateral arrangement is not good enough. There's someone to come back to the API. If you want to most basic plus unit to lowest block that before, we've lost that. Someone has taken that. If you look at is ratify and blame, so it's going to happen whether we like it. But guys, for not who has done well over the last 20 years, we see, and I think it's in our interest that we should purposely positively approach the Patient Plus and ratify them as soon as possible. Perhaps in external parliament, but not to do this. And starting from LDC, we got one big Australian package from Australia where they provide one big money law development cooperation. That is the core part of the agreement itself. We should be able to take advantage of it. The other issue rightly raised by CEO Hipa through Joe, what is the status of the New Caledonia bilateral agreement with Vanuatu? Joe went to Nimia last one with the Prime Minister before Christmas last year to have a discussion on this. We would like to know, Joe, through you and your team, humbly, what is the problem, where we're going, how can we address this to the NDDC? Because NDDC is a powerful body, yeah? encompassing the private sector, our institutions, the Reserve Bank, everybody was an interest in ensuring this country continues to advance forward. So those are two questions we use to provide one clarity to the Minister, Loimi, and we'll be happy to move. We're willing to assist your team and the government in moving this forward. Thank you, Chair, through you.
Chair, thank you so much. Questions, comments with me, teaching with them, CEO of FIPA. Maybe we go slow with for some clarification for all members, more meeting. Firstly, with regards to PESA Plus, every technical work for PESA Plus and me done. So far, Chair, me want to tell them thank you, NTDC, support with all the department. Especially all support with me all recommendations. Me like pushing me go as far as all Council of Ministers paper have me developed, and me want to say one train paper have me go. And thank you where you've been signed and finished. Minister Blomi with the Minister of Finance, you know been signed. Lo compe paya, even though me been pushing plan the efforts, lo toto with them all keda, briefing all keda. With them all directors blog that, but me don't say why not him go fast lo lo TCO and Mr. Tiding se lo Council of Ministers meeting lo molecular Mr. Lo high hope se by him government me endorse him lo ratify PESA Plus and unfortunately him not been happen Chichi Blomi him been withdrawn lo time and so sadly and me too me disappointed for me been stop some thinking lo long time finish iga and even lo chair lo parliament session lo last week only talk about PESA Plus ko the minister say why not government hemino to them lead him na if just needing one political will no lo talam yes or no lo government me decide lehem na we Mr. Toto kukalan hemi ratify and na only start lo countdown lo 60 days lo PESA Plus hemigam enter into force. So from the government, he no make a commitment blehem. So you may withdraw lo bidding process. Lo you may host them implementation unit lo PESA Plus. From you may no save stop ko to you may stop bid from one something you may no same commitment lo government he may no same commitment blehem. People talam straight. All technical works, lo technical level, lo department, igam kasem lo office plan mi usem tarekta, mi fly to every work hemi done, even mi fly karam support to lo private sector, lo talem yes lo PESA Plus, lo imi ratify ben igo fast lo politicians play mi. Mr. Hope se Minister Blomi by mi pusum bagian before any come before Christmas, suppose no be by mi gam next year no mo. With them all list where CEO hemi mention them, yes, true. You may everyone you talk about all list no more every day, every time. Even all private sector, I think one private sector no more only one product we got leading say only test one market and only export you got and only that's the market we got only one that sustain them. Plonikalatonia issue blockalatonia from me. Issue block COVID-19, you have them too, all work play me liaise with them all directly. Trade negotiation working group, me want them tell them too, lo meeting is me fly notice kasi mo lista in isolation. Trade negotiation working group, me take them to all private sectors, small few government line agencies where me fly sit down together, blow talk about list there. Time where you may sign them former government hemi sign trade agreement for hemi rush with them no more. Hemi one month is negotiation no more after hemi sign list play hemi come to find them out say hemi no favor him develop country. Play hemi export them all products from by hemi steel New Caledonia product play come lo place up no meeting one draft or one proposed rules of origin wo kota ye only draft them. Make him say by hemi mas revise the whole thing the legal text play him include product list with them rules blow origin blame. So hemi no easy trade negotiation no some sablo mi salo table. You may sit down you talk him it's not an easy negotiation and with them New Caledonia we hemi one non-state country Mr. Bandalo Franis. Hemi make hemi more harder to blow you may negotiate with them all together from all quotas. and we got all stop policy or principles below kada or where the put below regulations. So it may be issue
sa gambar kami change some policy direction plan 1 billion waktu kami suppose kalau tarik stimulus package kami type betul kalau dalam ministry kalau seremba money ya di 600 million kalau saya buat kerja 100 million of course kami ini next year by amount I think 50-50 year after that 60 number trade and 40 MB kolo map. Bersama CEO blo hiba habitalet. Kapan directive mo policy direction kami go towards private sector. I hope say market ya you must make sure sini analyze mo continue blo tabi min all market ya. Maybe we work with them next year. Maybe we want to around some numbers. I'm going to policy direction mo kapan. We start today. And maybe with them increased budget, kapan with the hope by you may boost the economy through side of private sector, side of productive sector. You may get problem with side of tourism. Then you will look more on side of productive sector. You will more to do with the market also. You will trade. You may start the front line to the ministries or implementation partner. You may not trade, you may wait no blow, you may negotiate and you may implement them in the side of agriculture. Maybe teacher may not start. All katana you must make sure say you may sustainability and must have all production. You may start it. You may 2 containers per month. New Zealand. Australia Miami come on board with them company Western East whether or not it have a long term it have sustainable market and it's not the people maybe but they understand it will flow with the new so the have now small information they come out say company will have something they planting or UB especially not the ministries here but thank you too much law answers why come we hope so next year by we continue to negotiate with the company had maybe this is my through new government maybe some go through or we some go through for administrative or check the market.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. I recognize him, Richard Blimilo IPO. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Chair. We want them contribute small topic we stop. I think lo side lo all trades blimia. Maybe something say you could blow. You may try and put them some emphasis too. Lo research and marketing. Research and marketing. We understand one market. We buy Mr. Trade with them. From me with them will face shipment lo container way goya. And maybe one private arrangement where David may been arranging with the one private partner blame to New Zealand. And that relationship it will have been substantive long time in Isika. And Mr. Export them on island cabbage go. And then he got some stage where we start to export the money of him go. all activities with David and Mr. Mega with them export mi demand driven by market lo New Zealand. So market lo New Zealand na mi give him all information and mi come to David and David and mi work for them specification to demand lo New Zealand. So suppose mi want them expand also ma views we come lo CEO lo Vipa. Pampa you minute lo put a lot of emphasis lo research and marketing lo want market to you want to penetrate them. Play understand them consumer choice and preference and then you prepare them good you lo you miss have use of you miss satisfy more demands lo kata. Thank you.
You register. Sebelum ini saya bos ini mga din comment mi propose mi ko lola recommendation na lo. Kemudian staff suppose mi agree with it mi sabi mi propose mi accept him recommendation. Minister Italian, that is the 2021 on the Immocal Sabotem Department of External Trade and Foreign Affairs. Law completion law ratification law base plus and subsequently conclude negotiation with New Caledonia. Apart from Australia and New Zealand. So one by me from a base law program even law for 2021. That is the law of the Ministry of Trade and Tourism. We are willing and ready to assist you and your team. So next day to contact us. We've got also a few economists around. On that note, Minister Monem Sharon Nomo in passing this discussion around the region recently with Australia and New Zealand with the ASEAN countries or APEC. I found it a bit interesting. The world has changed so much. We've got in Brussels the Africans have joined up with the African Union, the Europeans have joined up with the African Union Commission in Ethiopia. The Caribbeans have now joined the American group. We Pacific have joined, or are going to join the Asian tigers like Korea and Japan and China. So the world out there in trade is going to be very, very difficult in the next few years. We've got the Africans on the continental FTA, yet to be implemented. My fear is coming closer to Asia and the Pacific. We are big countries, Australia, New Zealand joining the Asian bloc to form an FTA. I would like to request colleagues from Foreign Affairs and Trade that you give you a short synopsis on the implication of this. We're now moving into export. Graduating from LDC, these things must be maintained with them. It's not a policy. As a trade person, my fear is that we engage big time with our big brothers Australia and New Zealand on the one hand. On the other hand, there's an FTA with the Asian tigers. We're going to be joining Vanuatu in a new ACBU arrangement. Post the Cotonou still in the drafting form. But that will not provide much of a sense to small Pacific and ACB states. So on record, suppose we trade or even our economists in our department will be able to assist. The next LDC, a paper on that particular FTA would come to the minister and to council. We need to be informed of these things. Because similarly full of import economy. And an FTA in that creation in our region will have significant implications on the small economies like Vanuatu. So I'm going to stop the proposal, but otherwise we want to welcome you to recommend them and be accepted. We will stop. Thank you, Chair. Chair, you will second. We want to welcome you, Chair Tunde, you and Nick. Thanks for joining us. I've been advised DJ Gratza will join us in the next, I think, next half an hour. It's finish one meeting. It's been informed. Thank you, Chair. Back to you. Thank you, Chair. Let's go. Floor is yours.
Okay, thank you, Thomas. Honorable Minister, TG, Governor Blue Reserve Bank, all donor partners, all donor representatives, all directors, all distinguished members and observers Blue National Trade Development Committee. It is with great pleasure Blue Mr. Update hello morning, but me present them all updates lo all aid for trade projects where Ministry Blue Trade and Mr. Manager Molgata. All updates we me present them me as of lo last update we me been present them lo last NDTC ikam kasem lo today. Yes, also lo every NDTC by you look mi Vila lo secretariat mi Vila mas present lo by kat mi Vila mas present them all updates lo aid for trades also maybe one month is from mi Vila manage trade mainstreaming agenda so maybe one mas lo imi present them all updates lo National Trade Development Committee. First one at lo EIF since lo since the MOU previous MOU antalo tier 1 hemi come to an end. TDD hemi manage lo ipi secure sustainability support phase and mi glad lo talem se hemi approved finish Minister Blumi hemi sign off lo MOU finish lo an amount lo 300,000 USD where hemi roughly around 33 million. We been present them all activities plan lo last NDTC finish. Pa mi go through them hari up mo lo also we only been approved lo MOU we stop. Yes, overall objective lo program lo sustainability support phase ya. Mi blo imi support them trade governance provide them one favorable investment environment lo businesses blo imi. Also blow promote economic opportunities for all members of the society. Some key activities I mean include first one blow enhance capacity blow Vanuatu Chamber of Commerce through law one update blow update them legislation blow kita including some activities blow capacity building where bali roll them out throughout 6 provinces blow country. Also develop one labor skills database blow VCCI. And by that capacity building and innovation training we only roll them out blow site all woman all youth imitate them all woman all youth. One more key activity blow imi project hemi support them hemi blow implementation blow priority components inside all trade policies blumi including provide them support blow all trade negotiation efforts where trade facilitation steering committee or list up workem including Hemiablo New Caledonia, trade with them Japan, all with them all naravla associations inside the region. Also plant breeders whereby imi karamaut with them ogatalo fanaipo, lo imi identify all geographical indicate locations blow all plant there and then imi identify all geographical indicators blow kita. Hemi tu imi want them look plot TRIPS agreement hemi approved and hemi signed. Another key result area hemi blow imi lo start blow trade mainstreaming all trade policies lo support them National Trade Development Committee meeting lo start blow implementation monitoring blow all trade policies ya. And imi want them look blow government hemi fully by time with sustainability support phase hemi end. We want them say government hemi fully fund them all next NDTC we hemi stop come. From now ya hemi depend plan lo project lo hemi stop fund them all meetings play me. And you also want them develop one database lo site lo export and imports data lo ministry lo lo tourism and trade. And you also project hemi look to blow work with them VIPA blow site blow private investment lo areas where we got comparative advantage them mainly blow site blow you strategize blo cut all lo side blo promotion or promotion strategies lo side blo investment lo areas na we got comparative advantage lem so by cut all trainings blo all Viva officials lo side blo promotion got all tools and all awareness and promotion tools we by have develop inside the project. And yes, last key result area hemi blo yumi provide them support lo and increase lo status blo production blo value addition product, particularly lo areas where yumi got on comparative advantage lem. And this includes also providing and developing quality standards training blo all producers blo yumi. And one last one hemi blo fisheries hatchery plan whereby project hemi support them. Bro LDC ya pamino 12 mas lem from bahemi kat one separate session blo LDC pe blo talam nomo se portion blo LDC where EIF hemi support them hemi mainly blo yumi make them awareness about all LDC graduation blo Vanuatu lo throughout all provinces blo yumi. Okay, andalo tier 2 lo EIF only project where hemi stop na ya hemi electronic single window. We got plan the work where team hemi been carry out them lo since we project hemi established lo 2019 ikam. Project ya hemi co-funded by EIF with them GFG. Portion hemi hemi talk about hemi blo EIF no more. Hemi committed yumi committee 1,500,000 USD blo yumi roll out project ya. And some little updates as of lo last NTDC yumi look SPS module hemi initiated finish yumi launch him lo Vila with them lo Santo finish hemi go live finish lo Vila lo July and lo Santo lo August. And you start look lo November lo lo this month by SPS modulia by hemi go fully live. So hemi one automated system whereby biosecurity only usum lo facilitate them all clearance blo kata. So it may include all application, all payments and issuance blo all clearance. So everything hemi done online. Got one MOU hemi signed finish by TFSC chairman with them OGCIO loss plus secure maintenance with them sustainability blo Vanuatu electronic single window. So we want them say OGCIO hemi got them portal and department blo energy hemi next agency where single window hemi start work with them naya blo develop them energy module blo kata hemi validated finish blo this manager hemi start them all testing blo prototype plan. And project hemi start look to blo hemi cut one no cost extension from say cut full up areas yet where hemi plan hemi start blo hemi cover map from MOU hemi start end lo next month hemi start seeking one no cost extension with the Mokotalo EIF work start go ahead yet naya blo hemi cover map some other areas where hemi include all blo development modules blo industry blo cover map environment with them customs. Some naravla updates also hemi include blo hemi link him passenger module with them Interpol database. So every time you scan one passport lo pota by hemi automatically set him database blo Interpol after hemi give him back one result within seconds. So you must have a control him who hemi come inside lo pota blo hemi. And also lo naravla update Vanuatu hemi selected lo hemi pilot them one project between Asikuta with them Universal Postal Union lo customs declaration system lo kata. And pilot program ya pa hemi start lo next year o January 2021. And lo start lo trade portal yumi haram oli pin announce him se Vanuatu trade portal blo Vanuatu hemi only recognize him also hemi the best practice lo full Pacific region inokat one also hemi first one. And electronic single window team OGCIO with them angta toli move trade potolya vinis lo Geneva ikam lo Vanuatu lo yumi save tekem ownership lem. Lo site lo GFG inopin kat tumas major update since lo last update me provide them. Lo site plus ikat full project with GFG hemi fundem we hemi pass complete finish. Some lol kita we hemi stabiet naya include hemi uplo senior trade advisor. Project hemi currently on hold because advisor hemi stop overseas. Hemi no save come inside from COVID. Imegem se project hemi still on hold yet naya. We mi stop cutting thing blo look some naravela options blo we save provide them service ikam lo government. And single window yumi first tranche hemi go finish. Second tranche hemi stop hemi subject lo request nomos pos yumi receive him request lo electronic single window team and then bamba yumi release him naravla tranche ko. So money we GFG hemi provide them yumi give him hemi block him directly all international experts we list work class kita through lo angtat. Tourism advisor hemi complete most lo work plan finish. And this project plan by hemi end lo this year. Ikat some naravla proposals too antalo one new grant agreement ya be every something hemi on hold na ya from COVID mi game say plan something it change. Ikat trade policy framework project too hemi still ongoing yet. Trade policy framework hemi complete finish. Ikat naya yumi create one promotional video plan I think by post plomi hemi just show him lo session lo trade policy framework update. National investment policy money blame is still stop yet. Yumi extend them funding kasem next year 2021 lo June plo yumi allow him FIBA plo hemi come up with them one way forward plo issue money blame. And yes, one major project too hemi plo tourism crisis recovery committee hemi atu hemi currently ongoing. Yes, more thank you lo GFG too plo hemi save help him office plo fund them meeting we install them today. Ikat some money hemi unallocated staff by hemi putum hemi by hemi install one recommendation plo all agencies only save come work with them office plo secretariat plo TDD plo you save identify some potential areas whereby you save fund them through lo funding with GFG hemi provide them. Okay, lo site plo 11 EDF by me very general normal hem by me go from me got full of activities pos me go detail by take them full day. EDF team lo EDF mo money we EDF 11 hemi yumi receive him through lo EDF 11 program hemi provide them big fella support ikam inside lo government especially lo during lo time lo TC Harold with them COVID we yumi staleme big fella money hemi ko lo site lo yumi give him over 100 million hemi ko lo site lo MSMEs lo stimulus package and also lo support the Ministry of Agriculture lo food cluster lo serem kaka around lo all affected areas.